Welcome to Live, Let Thrive, a podcast about the Airbnb life, the share economy, and everything in between. Here are your hosts, Myka and Steve.
Hello.
And welcome to another exciting episode of
Live.
Let.
Thrive.
Yes, and we have our wives here.
We got a packed house.
Yeah, we do. It's crazy. There's nowhere to sit, really. You know,
It's a wives' night.
it's ladies' night. So yeah, this is episode 28, huh?
28. That is how old I am.
That is wow.
Yeah, I'm a youngster.
Yeah. 30's looking at you from the other side there, saying,
Dirty 30.
It's coming. It's coming.
So how y'all been?
We've been good. We definitely have some short-term rental woes. From the notes, it looks like you have some too. So we're definitely more interested in what you guys have been up to because you're kind of new in this short-term rental world, but you're starting to get the taste of it. So what have you two been up to?
What have we been up to? My beautiful wife, Lupita. How do you like Airbnb?
Well, it's pretty good. Beginning on this. Well, I don't know. It's in the beginning it's kind of weird, but we taking little by little the Airbnb business, and I pretty like it.
Mm-hmm. What would you say is weird about it? Like, what's the weird parts for you guys?
Well, you, babe.
Why
is it weird?
I don't know. Probably try to make the stuff for the people, taking care of the house, but I'm not in the house.
Mm-hmm. Because you used to live there.
Yeah. Well, it's no big deal, but washing and drying the comforter, the sheets, everything, it's different than doing in my house.
Yeah, like different than doing it for yourselves. How long would you say it takes you to clean your whole house?
It depends because I bring the baby with me, so yeah, sometimes the feed baby hours is crossing with the cleaning hours, so probably like an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Because your guys' house is 3-bedroom, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
3-2.
Okay.
So only 1.5, 2 hours, babe? I should pay you less money then.
Excuse me. She's looking
Okay,
like, excuse me.
I'm sorry, babe, but it depends. I need to do faster because I don't know what time the guests come into the house. We need to check the times. Sometimes they come early. Sometimes they come later. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, they're supposed to get here get to the house at 3. If we are done, we'll let them, check in early. But if not, pretty much all of them have got there at 3 o'clock or later, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, so we're enjoying it. And the cool thing is, what she really likes is she gets the $50 cleaning fee. If she does it, I told her, if you do it, yeah, I'll pay you the $50. And so far she's done it every single time, and we've been getting all 5-star reviews. Except for one 4-star review, which want to dive into that right now?
Yeah, go ahead and go into
it. All
it.
right, so ego's getting big. We're over here kicking butt, and this Airbnb thing's easy. We got this. We got this. So our last guests were from El Paso, and they came here. It was I think 5 or 6 of them. I don't know. They came here for the Cowboys game, right? Mm-hmm. And so the whole time, I communicated with them, via text. Hey, everything good at the house? Y'all like it? Oh, this is great, beautiful house. Blah blah blah. We're enjoying it, enjoying the foosball. I set up my foosball table. That's a big hit now.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
And so they're like, yeah, everything's great. Blah blah blah. Thank you for checking in. We're super nice, responding, responsive. A lot of the guests haven't been very responsive.
Mm-hmm.
And so, okay, cool. She's liking it.
Quick question, because are you talking to them through text or through the app?
Actually, it was a mixture of both, but now I'm starting to go towards more the app.
Okay.
Because what you told me.
Okay.
Because all documented and stuff like that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So, anyways, they checked out. Thank you so much we had a great time. Blah blah blah. We love the place, and so I got a good feeling. So we left our. I asked Lupita how was the house when she got there. I always ask her before I leave the review, how's the house? And so she said, oh, they left it pretty clean. You know, it's blah, blah, blah. It's pretty good shape. And, you know, okay, good. So I left her a good review. You know, she's responsive, left it pretty clean, blah, blah, blah. And so anyways, so later that evening, I got a message on my phone and it said, and it was her review. It said, would you like to see the review? Yeah, I'll see the review. So we were over in Grand Prairie at the outdoor mall. And they and I'm reading the review. It's like, cool, you know. She's saying all glowing, you know. Oh, we love this place. It was so cool, a lot of cool toys to play with there. The foosball was awesome. We would definitely stay again. I was like, oh, cool. Showing Lupita, this is a nice review. I scroll down, 4 stars. I'm like, what the?
Was it 4 stars on everything, or because I know they do like the cleanliness, this, that, different categories?
No. I guess it was an average of 4.
Oh,
I guess,
average.
I think what really got to her was like she stepped on a sticker in one of the bedrooms, which is weird because the carpet, we clean the carpet, we clean everything, and or Lupita does. And so what I'm thinking, someone might have walked, outside or got dragged one in from the outside and it got stuck in the carpet somehow and she stepped on it, and I think that was her biggest complaint.
What? Did she tell you this?
She put it on the private, I
stepped on a
sticker.
I'm not going to be petty Betty, but she was.
A little bit nitpicky, a little picky.
Maybe it really hurt her, and she was like,
yeah. But the thing is, she left a glowing review, and she liked the place. She would definitely stay there again, but I'm going to give you 4 stars. And so that kind of deflated the ego. My ego was getting big. And okay.
Right.
Yeah, that happens to everyone. And I tell people, once you get when you start Airbnb, you're going to get those 5 stars. Once you get the 4-star, don't let it discourage you. You can't please everybody. But remember,
right.
I kept asking you, were they foreigners? Because we've noticed just what we've noticed. Like foreigners, like from overseas, they have different expectations from Americans. And so most of the people that come from either Asia, Europe, they have different expectations from what we've seen. Or they just don't leave reviews. Most of them are 4 stars, though. In Mahogany, I think because Mahogany works with a lot of different cultures of people, she was like, most of them don't believe in 5-star reviews because it's saying something's perfect.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so the Mahogany was telling me, I was like, oh,
that's true. Because if you think about it, like us Americans, I mean, I love us Americans, but it seems like,
we want to be nice. We want to be nice. We don't want to step on toes.
If you think about other cultures, it seems like, they want their kids to be like, you need to be just about perfect in school. You have to do a great job. Like, no, 90% is not going to cut it. You need to do 100. Mm-hmm. And it seems like in America, it's like, oh, you got a C, that's all right. Not every family, but, I deal with a lot of families, so I can say this for sure. So it seems like, us Americans, it's like, okay, it wasn't perfect, but I'm still going to give you 5 stars. It seems like in other cultures, it's like, if it wasn't perfect, you're not going to get 5 stars. So that's what we've noticed. But I remember our first 4-star review. Man, Myka was crushed. He sat there and looked at that review so many times. He kept rereading it and rereading it and rereading it. I'm like, babe, we can't satisfy everyone. You got to let it go. He was just.
Well, when I was reading the review, I was a little disturbed. I was like, why 4 stars? Why? And he began to tell me, what's for this, the sticker. I'm like, oh my gosh, for a sticker, probably one of the people could stop in the sticker and eat stuck in the carpet, and the girl stepped in that. That happened to me when I was pregnant and I was with my belly like, oh, babe, I have a stick in my foot. Yeah.
No, but I think really what it comes down, I think Americans are kind of easy to please. Like if you give them a swimming pool and some beer, they're ready to go. Cool, I'm cool with this. This is nice. You know what I mean?
We look for value, and I guess I think that I thought people would factor that in. I'm giving it right now a lower price because I'm just starting, and like you said, give it a lower price, get the reviews rolling, get good reviews, and I just figured people would give me the benefit of the doubt. I'm just starting. I'm not perfect yet. We're not perfect, and so I figured they give us the benefit of the doubt because they got such a good rate. But apparently they want the very awesome rate plus perfection. You know what I'm saying? And that's not fair. Yeah. If you want perfection, go stay at a freaking DoubleTree or something like that, And
I noticed you're right. And some people do look at it with that with that intention, because I had one lady, she left us a 3-star review, but she went to a timeshare, and on the weekends timeshares go up. Like we shoot them to like $200 a night, and so she's like, "Oh well, I just didn't think this was worth $200 a night." But the only reason she left a 3-star review is because the pool was closed. Who's trying to go swimming in 30-degree weather in Canada? Come on now.
That chick.
But she was like, well, I don't think it was worth the price. But she pretty much indicating if it was a lower price, she probably would have left a higher review. So some people do have that intention, but I know what you mean. Like they're just like, who cares? It needs to be perfect for $60 a night, and I'm getting 3 beds, 2 baths. Come on, be realistic.
Yeah. So, anyways, it kind of and like you said, he was kind of bummed out. I was a little bummed out too, and I was like, should I just take the carpet out of the rooms and put hardwood? All these thoughts were running. It's like, well, no. Everybody else says 5 stars, and this is just one person, and you're always going to get that one person, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
our one. I think I even talked about it on a past podcast. He left us a 4-star review, which I don't know why, but he was so responsive too. Like he was talking for a long time. Like he was talking to us for a long time. Every time I saw him, we were having a good conversation. And what I think we got our 4-star review for was like the night before he left, he was asking me like, "Where's the nearest gas station to the airport so I could fill up my rental car before going?" So all I could think about was maybe he got lost, and I gave him directions on how to get there because I'm like sitting there and Google mapping the closest right in front of him, trying to figure it out for him. So all I can think is like he almost missed his flight. Maybe he couldn't find the gas station, and so he kind of blamed it on that. Because what else would there, like, what else?
And I'm the guests who ask, like, okay, today we had a guest ask, what's the weather like there? Well, we are, first off, in the list, and it says we're nowhere near this place.
It was a timeshare.
It was a timeshare. But how hard is it to get on Google and look up the weather? Like, seriously, man. But we're nice. What we do is we do answer it. I do answer it. Like, I'll say, I told her, I wouldn't have looked it up. I was like, okay, it's in the mid-40s there. And then she asked, what else did she ask? Yeah, she asked for directions. And I just kind of send them the Google thing, like, hey, here's this. But, like, who's not using GPS? But certain things. But they do see that you're a super host, and they will start asking questions like that. That is,
And then, well, that was cool and all, but then she called me.
Oh, yeah. She did call.
She called me today and asked me what the weather was, and I was driving down the freeway, and here in Texas today it was cold and rainy. But, I was, like, looking up the weather for her while driving, and I let her know. So it's just all about hospitality. So I feel like, hopefully we get a good review from her. She seemed like a sweet... I like to always... Lately, they've been calling me a lot lately. I get a lot of calls from our timeshare guests, because I guess my number's on the account, which is probably better since you're at work anyway, and I can answer the phone, but...
I think yours is just the first in line.
Oh, the first point contact. Yeah.
Did you have something to say, babe?
Oh, well, about the person who was asking you for the weather.
We hate when you guys do that.
I know. I think that don't matter which brand of cell phone, you have a weather app. And you can check it. Why don't check your cell phone for that? Over the GPS like you said.
How do you pack clothes if you don't know what the weather is?
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Exactly.
And I was like, I hope she brought shorts.
Like we're
Just
going
kidding.
this weekend, go to the town to visit my family in Mexico. I'm checking the weather, how gonna be there. It's cold right now, so I get, especially for my baby, I get warm clothes for her, for us. But in Mexico, it's gonna be hot. So I have clothes for her, but for hot weather.
That's nice. We need some hot weather here.
I don't put that much thought into things. I don't.
That's the problem.
I'll be running out the door, like going to work in shorts and stuff, and I'm like, oh, dang, it's cold, but it's too late to change,
Wow.
and I'm just driving to work.
We check the weather every morning at our house.
Yeah,
Like, hey, what's the weather?
I don't do that. That's too much work.
No, it's just like
Good thing you have a wife. What would you do?
What would I do? Well, so would that bring us to our very first segment that we've ever had? You want to do it?
the segment.
It's called "What I Love or Hate About Airbnb." I just came up with the title right now. I don't know. You want to come up with a theme song?
that
Love
was a
and
good one.
hate, love and hate, Airbnb, love and hate. I don't know.
Because the next segment's going to be VRBO versus Airbnb.
All right. So,
And everybody's going to love that one. That's the one everyone wants. So
All right, I'm going to jump in right now
go ahead.
and say, okay, we're newbies.
Okay.
Me and Lupita, we're new at this. And so far, do you want to do the what I love about Airbnb first or what I hate about it first?
Go love first.
Love first. Love conquers all. Okay, we'll go. What I love, and I'll pass the mic to my wife, and she'll tell me some things that she loves about it. Okay, what I'm loving as Airbnb newbie. That's hard to say. Okay, me and my wife, we love giving our guests a great experience. That's cool. It kind of gives us a pride, you know. We're like, cool, they enjoyed it. We put on a good show, and yeah, we're just like, we're happy. We're happy for them. And so another one I put, we love the creativity aspect of setting up our Airbnb. You know, because mine's called Art House Hearst. Stay at Art House Hearst, y'all. Everybody listening to this, go stay there. You know, if you're a fan of the show, you get a discount. You know, 1% off.
wow.
Good discount, huh?
Yeah, or no cleaning fee, and then you don't. My wife's like, I gotta get paid, and so the creativity aspect. I had my artist friends, and I have some of my art on the walls too, and we just went to town, put art up everywhere, and then we put up poster boards. People could draw on the poster board. It's cool. We got to use our creativity.
It is cute.
That is one of our biggest aspects too that we love. Like setting up a new one, that's always fun, man. Like a lot of people, I know it's a lot of work, but setting it up and getting it to how you want it, that's fun. I like doing that too.
That's cool. The creativity, yeah. And another one, getting great reviews from guests. It's like the best thing ever. 5 stars, boom, crushed it again, killed it. You know what I'm saying? And then that means they love it. And the next one would be the money, of course. Obviously, I should have put that at the top. It was pretty good.
He's
I
a
love it
humble
when
guy.
Airbnb says, well, first you see how long they're going to stay for. When you accept it, it says, accept it. Boom, boom, boom. You know, I don't care. I don't know who you are. Axe murderer, you're staying at my place. You give me money.
Yeah.
Okay, no axe murderers, stay at my place, please.
Well, that's fine.
It's
You don't live there.
Ain't my problem. And so anyways, the money I think Airbnb does this on purpose, right? Just to give you that rush twice. You know, they're gonna stay here for a couple of days. It's gonna be $320, whatever. Okay, and then you get that buzz, right? And then later, like in the week, they say, okay, we've deposited the $320 into your account. Oh, that felt good. That was like another. They
It's
did
like money you wouldn't have had otherwise. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, but you get to feel it twice because once they tell you you're gonna get paid, then they pay you.
Ka-ching,
You know what I'm saying? And so that's pretty cool. The money. Learning new things. We're learning new things about keeping up a house, dealing with guests, using, of course, the platform, and just the whole hospitality aspect, which I thought I would hate, but it's kind of cool.
Opens up other areas for business, man, when you start learning it.
Exactly.
Definitely. Yep.
Exactly. And so I guess I put one called tinkering, you know, because that brings, because I like to do that. Like as far as, I used to be big into fantasy football. Mm-hmm. And so you start off with your team, you pick your squad, and okay, these guys are going to take me to the Super Bowl. By the end of the year, it could be a totally different squad because you tinker, you know, you trade players.
He likes to tinker.
To tinker. I like to get things perfect. I'm a tinker.
He likes to tinker his tickle.
Who doesn't?
Sorry, guys.
And so, I like to tinker. I like to get things right. You know, just move things around, the pricing, blah blah blah. And so, the tinkering. And let me see, enjoying the process with my wife. That's cool. We get to do something together that we love and enjoy, and just and it's cool. It brings us closer together.
It does.
You know,
it does.
She cleans, and then I get the money.
He's horrible. Right.
And then and getting the wife paid, that's the part I really like, because she gets and she suggested it too, because I was saying that we're gonna pay a cleaner $50 to clean it and change the coach, and she's the one that suggested it to me. She's like, you know, if you're gonna pay someone to do it, I can do it.
I'm curious, just because of our last guest, we were talking to Ryan about couples sharing accounts versus not. Do y'all share money?
Well, no, we have 2 separate accounts.
Okay.
I wanted her when she got here. I wanted her to how to learn how to manage her own money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we made separate accounts.
In the beginning was terrible, but
she
I was learning.
bouncing left and right.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I didn't know. The first time that I went to the mall here was when one of my friends, she's from Peru, and I was like, okay, I have some money that my husband got me, and I was thinking, okay, I want some stuff. I began to buy. I didn't know that I could spend a lot of money, like, in 3 hours. I'm like, oh my gosh.
And I like
No.
$1,000.
No. It was like a 200, I think. But for me, it was too much because, well, I'm from Mexico, and, you know, the money value is different. So for me, I checked the
Exchange rate.
yeah, exchange
So
rate.
Steve said, "F that. I'm not sharing an
And I
account with
was
you.
like-
You're over here wilding out."
And I
Wipe us out.
no, but when I checked the exchange rate, I was like, oh my gosh, I spent all that money. Oh my gosh, babe.
That's what I said too.
Yeah, I was like, babe, how can I fix that? And he told me, began to save. Okay, that's it.
Okay, so it's a learning process coming to a
Another
different
funny
country.
thing out of that,
Okay.
because we were at Walmart one time,
Oh, yeah.
and she got all these things. You know, I'm not paying attention. I'm getting the stuff I'm getting, and she's getting her stuff, and we're gonna pay separate, right? And so I, you know, because I want her to learn how to manage money, I'm not a bank.
I know.
You are the bank,
I am
actually.
the bank. I'm the bank. Yeah. And so anyway, so she paid for her stuff, and it came out to like $86, right? And you know, I give her a stipend. You know, she got here, I give her a certain amount a week, you know, so she can buy her things, and before she gets, you know, her own job and stuff.
He tried that
And
with
so-
me. Didn't go ahead and go.
So I was like, babe,
Oh,
I was like, do you know? I asked her after she paid for it and everything, and she's kind of like freaking out. It's like $86, and I was like,
Was it all makeup?
And I couldn't. It was all mostly makeup, and I didn't know how much makeup costs. And so, anyways, I was like,
You got 4 things.
Yeah, 4 things. That's it, $86. And so I'm like, babe, did you know you only have like 90 something in your account, right? And she's like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, well, why did you spend 86 right now in one day? And she's like, I didn't know. And I'm like, well, I was like, well, why didn't you tell her? No, never mind. I'm not going to pay for those things. And she's like, and she's like, well, she said, well, in Mexico, they don't let you do that. They don't let you put it back. I'm like,
Really?
Yeah.
they don't let you put it
so
back.
they get mad at her.
Yeah, if you don't want some stuff and you say in the check area like, oh, I don't want this, they look at you like with face like, I'm gonna kill you. Why you doing this to me? But or if you don't want some stuff, you can't return to the store.
Really?
Yeah, it's super difficult. It's a Walmart in Guadalajara, Mexico. It's super difficult.
Oh, no.
And so
I would be getting into it with some people.
So I tell her, like, after I pay for my stuff, we walk over there. I tell her, you need to watch that, and you can tell them, don't. I can't buy that after all, whatever. And she's like, I'm sorry. She started crying in Walmart. I'm like, don't cry. And she was just got here, you know.
Yeah.
And so I was like, we'll just walk over here to returns, and we'll return the things, and you'll have the money back in your. Really, you could do that? Yeah. Don't worry about it. Like,
It's all right.
but now she knows. She checks her account before she goes shopping, and she knows how much she's gonna spend. So that's why I wanted, so she can get good at that. You know?
That's good.
Yeah, we tried a system where we he'd get $100 for the week, and I would get $100 for the week because we do share accounts, and we were trying to cut back on, which we really need to go back to this method, I think, but only because I felt like I had. It was fun, kind of, because you're trying to hold on to your $100, and then it's like 3 days into the week. I'm like, how much money do you have left, Myka? And he'd be like, I have my 100. How much do you have? I'm like, don't worry about it. I have like $23 left, and it's like the 3rd day in the week. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Well, we switched to. We probably don't need to do that anymore. We're good now because, like, if we're gonna splurge, we'll say, okay, go ahead. Like this weekend, we purposely splurge because we're going out of town next weekend, so we need to have stuff we're going to need. So now we don't even, we share everything, all the accounts, everything, but we don't use cash for anything. We pay everything on credit. So, and we already know mentally how much we're going to spend. So groceries and gas is our main thing for every week. We don't really buy anything outside of needs. And then we just buy everything on a credit card, rack up the points, pay off the credit card every night with a Chase card. And then so every month we have about $300 to $400 worth of passive income off of our reward points.
Listeners, get it if you can. If you have that type of self-control, get a Chase Sapphire card. Use it for gas. Use it for your groceries. If you're like me and like Starbucks every morning.
Also, you can use it for I think 30% off travel.
You can use it towards your points, towards your travel, towards your airline tickets, which they don't have to worry about over here.
We fly for free.
Yeah, I mean,
but for sure, that's a good way.
We've actually flown for free.
Yeah,
to Oregon.
We bought a.
So you can.
Nice.
Like if you don't have a Steve hookup, hey, save
and then it boosts your credit score. So, listeners, take
Matter
notes.
of fact, we could easily talk about that because we went from like a 620 to a 800 in 3 months doing that. Yeah,
nice.
Easy.
Do it.
That's awesome. Okay, back to what I love about Airbnb.
Oh, yeah. You love more things about Airbnb?
I love a lot. So far, I'm loving a lot.
Wow,
I'm
that's
sure
good.
that might shift as time goes by.
That's good. No. Actually, you start loving it more.
Another thing I love is still having access to my Hearst house. And because we went over there one day, we cleaned, and we're hanging out, and then just like, you know what? Let's just hang out here for a little bit. We're watching TV because no one rented it that day. And let's go to our little favorite taqueria, our little favorite taco place right down the road, and get some tacos, and we'll just hang out here today. It's our house, right? No one's using it, and so that's cool. We get to still use our house and it's conveniently located. We like the area. We love the area.
That's cool. I do miss that about our condo. When we were doing Airbnb, we were over there more frequently, but now our condo is over there being corporate rented.
Yeah,
and sometimes I even forget it's over there. But it would be nice to kind of have like a different scenery,
the pool.
The pool.
That's true passive income. You forget it's over there.
Yeah, I forgot it's over there.
Beautiful. And this is a big one. No long-term rental blues. I don't have to deal with no long-term renters. It's just beautiful.
Is your other place still being long-term rented?
It's still being long-term rented, yeah.
Is she paying her rent?
And she's paying her rent.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Sound like Mahogany is about to evict her ass.
I will do it. I don't have a problem being blunt with someone.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry, but you can't stay here anymore.
The thing is, we spent money we just bought a house, right? So there goes a big down payment. And we spent money fixing up, well, not fixing up, but the furnishings, putting beds in the Airbnb over there. And then spending money here, we just got a new TV. See, they're pretty.
Oh, it's pretty.
And then I just built that. It took me a whole day to build that the entertainment center.
You built that? Oh,
yeah. You buy it and then you put it together.
Offer up.
Don't
have to do none of that.
Start upgrading your own stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I feel good about because I want to Airbnb this house.
Can I say my love? You're gonna Airbnb this house too?
I would like to.
And buy a bigger house or a nicer house. Like something else?
I want to. She says she might get attached to this house, but...
That's me. I
looked at Lupita. She said, no.
Because I'm still working in set up my business and everything, so it depends.
It's a perfect setup.
Yeah, I love that area. It has her own air conditioner, and I have the laundry area there. It's perfect. So... Probably we're thinking to put like a tiny house in the back of the house, and we can do Airbnb. I like that idea. I really like it. But inside of my house, for me it's kind of weird because I have the baby stuff or personal stuff. So I think that it's gonna be a little bit different for me. But it depends in the future.
Girl,
I actually came up. One of our listeners came up at a meetup and. He gave me an idea that would be perfect for you two. Okay. He said what he wanted to do was in his Airbnb add special things like someone can get their makeup done, someone can do this, right? And I thought about it. I was like, if you guys were just to rent out one room in this house and purposely cater it to women, and you could just add in extra features like doing like their makeup and stuff, you could charge them like a really high rate for the room, like charge them like $80 a night for the room, and you do like their makeup and stuff,
like a spa rental.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Yeah, it's one of the ideas that I get, that when I get all the setup for my business, in the our house guests, put like a little menu for facials, treatments, makeup,
be
because
awesome.
some people come here for weddings, parties, or I don't know, and they can get like the complete treatment or makeup, or I wanna get the course of microbleeding, and also the eyelash lifting.
Oh, wow.
This one is with your own lashes,
Really?
and they make bigger.
You know how to do that?
I need to learn to do it, but it's pretty awesome. So
Then hook
I
me
wanna
up.
I wanna make like a little menu, and for the guests in the Airbnb houses, make a little bit discount that the regular price.
I would say it would definitely be used, because we just had a guest stay, and she was like, can you do my makeup, my hair? I'm going to my 20-year class reunion, was it? Or something like that. I'm like, girl, I don't know how to do makeup, to be honest.
Should have called Lupita.
I don't even wear makeup. But
Also, you can, like, in your art house, put your cards in there. We've been doing that.
Oh,
we
yeah.
put all of our cards.
I have cards.
Yeah, and also, we've been coming up with other things. Like, see, like, for you, if you did that, you could, like, call your private room the Arlington Spa Room. Something like that, you know.
Yeah, for me, it's gonna be awesome. It's a pretty cool idea. When he told me, I was like, it's pretty good, because this is my business. I was thinking do cosmetologies too, but right now for her, I want to wait. I can do basic stuff like the hair for, how to say, styling a little bit, the rest of skincare. But yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah,
good.
shout out to Josh for giving me that idea.
Yeah, we both got-
Josh is cool.
Yeah, shout out to Josh. We both got entrepreneurial wives, so that's pretty cool.
Yes, we
Oh,
do.
yeah, speaking of that. Well, first we have so much to talk about.
Well, he was going through his.
I just
I
run
wanted
through
to
my
say
segment
I
real
just wanted
quick.
to say
Oh,
love,
go you
but
first.
you go ahead. Are you doing some more loves?
Some more loves. Go, and then I just have a few more, and then
We'll do your
yeah.
loves.
Okay, do my
I can't
loves.
open my notes, so.
Okay, let me see. And okay, so having access to the house, no long-term rental blues. Airbnb, we like how Airbnb handles almost everything. That's pretty cool. You know, we set it up and everything, and they provide the format, so
Yeah,
it makes
there
it a
you go.
lot
The
easier.
platform.
The platform, yeah, exactly. And it's forcing us. Where did I put it? Oh shoot. Okay, it's forcing us to see things different. Scale our business by outsourcing tasks like plumbing, lawn services, and cleaning, which is
I
kind
love
of
that.
in-house, and that's how you scale your business. You know, you can't
Yeah.
do every single thing. You'll burn out. Plus, you will miss out on other opportunities. And so, the first time I ever had a plumber come to the house, and which is really cool because it's all share economy stuff. You know, because I sent you all the text about the thing about the Amazon. They can
In
like
the
open your
house.
door and drop your
I
packages.
don't like that.
Okay, and and people have different opinions on it.
Yeah.
But
Lupita's like, no.
we can't. And so but my plumber is a friend of ours. He was our next door neighbor, and so he does plumbing with his brother. And so he's like, yeah, we got free time right now. We can go check out that issue. You know, the bathtub wasn't, you know, I guess a lot of hair went down there.
Yeah.
And so they went by, and I told him the code. He got in. They fixed it, you know. They got down there, routed, did all this stuff, and they were done in a little bit. And then I paid him with PayPal, and I was like, "This is beautiful." And I was doing 4 hours overtime at the same time. Other than me, better than me having to go home and deal with the issue and blah blah blah, miss out on overtime pay. Did it all automated. It was awesome.
Yeah, I love the automated life.
The automated life. That would be a great podcast.
Yeah.
And so,
It's-
okay, my wife has a love real quick.
For me, the love is I began to check how to set up the house. So I'm learning more and doing stuff. I put a lock in one of the doors of my pantry in the her house. So I have waters, snacks, toilet paper, and that stuff. So that's easier for me because I don't need to carry everything in my car and carry the baby and put everything. No, I just put the baby in one place in her car seat, and I began to open the pantry and set up everything. And all the blankets and everything change. Everything is faster, and I love that.
That was her idea.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you can't be carrying that stuff around. That gets tiring.
All right. How about some of y'all's loves? Airbnb loves.
Our Airbnb loves the money. No,
We love the money.
money, meeting people, and
I
how you
love
were
meeting
saying, like,
people.
most of the stuff, like how you could outsource it, is kind of the reason why. Because we're in the middle looking for a duplex, and the only time we're going to Airbnb is strictly for like vacancy periods. Because we're going to do straight corporate on both sides, because it'll help us bring in more cash flow. Because that's what I was also thinking. Because like Airbnb is a lot of work, so. One thing I love about it is it's going to bring you more cash flow than the traditional long-term rental, waiting for a check to come every month. You know what I mean? And you don't know if your place looks like complete crap on the inside.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things I love, but mainly meeting people. That's really the coolest parts. I love using Airbnb as a house hack. That's the biggest thing I love about it.
That's cool.
How about you, sweetheart?
Yeah, I love meeting people. Like, we've met some people that, like, I could already tell, like, they're going to be lifelong relationships. Like, you know, they hit us up, how's Malachi? We're Malachi's honorary grandparents. And I have people hitting me up for relationship advice because, you know, for some reason I'm looked at as a therapist. Only because, I guess it's because it's my job with
Guess
Child
hit you
Protective
up
Services.
for relationship advice?
Yeah. Huh?
They hit you up for relationship advice?
Uh-huh.
We should change the name of our rooms to the, what was it, the relationship guide room?
The R spot. No, that's Ilanya.
Well,
Van Zandt.
women are multitasking.
Oh, yeah, we do that. I also love the fact that we could buy, like, new things for our house since it's also a business expense through our LLC. I love that. We get to write off stuff, and I get, like, you know, new TVs in the house. And it's also, you know, or if we're going to buy something new for our house and push our old stuff over to the condo, it's a good excuse to buy new stuff.
Yeah.
Which I need to be more frugal, like Ryan and Jay. But
But
what I
the best part about this segment is what I wanted to hear you guys, because you guys are new, and you said there's some things you don't like about Airbnb. Let's get into it. He's going to go Peter Bayhuth on us.
Peter bad. Maybe not that bad. Maybe not Peter bad. Peter bad. That's when you know it's bad, when it's Peter bad.
I have one dislike, but go ahead.
Okay. Where did it go? Share 20. Okay. Somebody talk.
He said it's not exact. Oh, go ahead. I'm like, oh, go ahead.
I'll go ahead and say my one dislike. I dislike that me and my husband have to share a room. Well, not have to, but well, kind of. Since we Airbnb out our upstairs bedrooms, we have to share a room with our 2-year-old son, which can suck sometimes. Well, probably most of the times, but
Well,
that's the only thing I dislike. But
the only reason it was okay. He went with my parents for like 2 weeks, and every time they're like, "Yeah, we got him going to sleep." Pretty much what they do is they let him just go to sleep. He passes out to go to sleep instead of
2
putting
in the
him to
morning.
bed. So now he's like up till 2 in the morning talking,
Kicking
in
it.
his crib. He won't go to sleep because so it's like, come on. So then the next thing is when we're going to Mexico, he's going right back with my parents. So
back off schedule.
yeah, we got to get him back on schedule again. So I mean,
Right.
once he's on schedule,
And he
we'll be
takes
back
his
on.
toys. Like, our room's a toy land.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. I found out my hates.
Oh, they're
What
hates.
I'm kind of hating on. Maybe hate is a strong word, but that's what I wrote here, so whatever. We'll go with it. Okay. It's not exactly passive income, which was what I'm used to, I guess, with the long term. Okay, yeah, I start sweating around, time to pay. I start sweating a little bit, but other than that, have to do anything, hardly anything there, right? And so that's more passive income, but especially if you got great renters, it would be straight passive income.
And that's what Ryan talked about. That's a huge one about Airbnb, and people need to know that.
Yeah.
You have to build it to be passive income.
It's not passive. Definitely, it's kind of a job.
You have to outsource it.
Yeah.
In order for
we're starting off, so you got to hustle that first before
exactly.
You start
you have to build it.
Another thing, it's it's got me like a drug. It's like I can't. I'm like waiting for the next fix. It's cool. I love it. Someone rents. Yeah. Okay. Cool. But then that kind of effect goes away until the next person. A few days later, bing. You get that either the ding, and then you're like, oh, cool. I got another one. It's like you get the endorphin thing going on. Which makes me glued to my phone a lot more, which I don't like. Especially when there's a guest in town, and every time there's a bing, I have to answer it, and it gets to this and that, and I'm trying to figure out ways to improve, and I just sit there, and I know I'm the dude wherever with staring at his phone, and I'm like, this isn't cool.
Yeah, now
but
I have 2 dislikes. You just brought another one. That's true.
And I used to hate people, or not hate people, just like hate it when people were always on their phone. I was like, this is dumb, but now I catch myself doing it so much because. And I mean, we all do it, but doing it more because of Airbnb.
Well, at least it's for a cause and not like scrolling
that's what
through
I tell
Facebook.
myself.
Yeah.
But still, someone seeing me do it doesn't think that I'm that.
Afterthoughts.
Afterthoughts, but still, I'm the guy that's just here doing this all the time.
What did Pitbull say?
Phone.
You gotta have some effort in you.
I mean,
Shout out to Pitbull.
I was at a real estate meetup, and he said the same thing. He goes, "Hey, at least you're scrolling for money. Other people are scrolling Facebook."
But when I'm hearing
Scrolling for likes.
But when it gets to me is like when I'm chilling on the sofa with my little daughter, in my arms, and I'm chilling, and I'm over here scrolling, and then and I look down at her, and she's just staring at me all wide-eyed.
I feel that.
And I'm
That's
like,
what we were just saying.
I'm just neglecting my daughter just to try to get some more Airbnb monies.
One time was funny because he was chilling in the sofa. I'm not remember what I was doing, and he had the baby, and he was with her cell phone scrolling and everything, and the baby with her hand like snap, and the cell phone go to the floor. Yeah,
I needed that.
Yeah, and she was like looking at her like, "Daddy, take care of me, not the cell phone, please."
Yeah.
And she's 5 months old, and I'm like,
That's true.
That's when I felt it, because they're not what's it called, controlled by these things like we are.
Exactly.
My son is.
Oh, is he
not
already?
Gonna lie. This
Yeah.
morning.
But it made him super smart.
He's so smart.
Oh, there you go. There's a byproduct from it, and it's the new normal now. So whatever.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, another hate. It's been a big distraction for setting up my new house. Our new house, because I mean, we're slowly but surely getting to it. But man, we've been putting so much focus on the damn Airbnb that we haven't really just dove in and tackled this house yet.
I was going to ask you that.
Okay.
Oh, do you all feel like, because our Airbnb, we have a corporate rental, and then our Airbnb in our house, and of course the timeshares that takes none of our time. Well, kind of. Do you feel like your house, your home that you live in, suffers, which you kind of just said, suffers since you're like so focused on keeping that one clean and stuff?
Big time, yeah.
And since we live in our Airbnb, it's like always clean, and we live there, and it's like we have to have it clean no matter what, because we could have a booking at any time. So I'm like constantly mopping, sweeping, dusting.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's a little bit harder for me because I need to. I wash the comfort sheets here in my house, so I need to take care of this. If it's a instant booking, I need to go to check the house, and like I said earlier, I need to bring the baby with me. So it's harder. So it's, how can I say, I can clean really good the house how I want to do it. So that's the hardest thing for me.
Yeah.
Do you guys have people there right now?
Yes, the whole week, yeah.
See,
That's good.
You can kind of take that relaxation when it's booked.
Yeah.
But then I know you are, that ding, 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 you're like, oh, snap, somebody's coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Yeah, and then with our timeshares, we can kind of balance it. Like if someone, like we know if it's like an inquiry pops up, we push them to the back of the line. Like, hey, we'll just take care of that later. So yeah.
Right. And one more hate real quick is taking a 4-star review personally. And I put on here, I wrote on here, I gave that girl a bottle of wine. She gave me a glowing review, said she'd stay there again, and I still only got 4 stars. What the F? And so, yeah.
Did she drink her wine?
They drink the wine.
It's rare that we have people drinking our wine.
Yeah, nobody ever touches the wine. That's
only
weird.
one guest didn't, right? Only
is
one
it
guest.
cheap wine? Because ours is cheap. Maybe y'all's is like
Yellowtail Shiraz. It's like a $5 bottle. So it's
that's too.
yeah, but
it's all right. Don't drink the wine. That's fine because we don't have to replace it.
You know what? I have a question.
I can drink it.
What kind of
I could drink
container
it.
do you put your wine in?
a wine. It comes in the wine bottle. What are you talking about?
Oh, you just sit it on the table?
Yeah, we set the wine bottle on the table.
You know what? I wonder if ours looks too much like it's a
Too
decoration.
fancy?
Yeah, because we have it in like this little wine holder.
It's all like
But like if you
tilted and
But I mean,
stuff.
you could easily pull it out. But I wonder if they think it's a decoration.
That's what she said.
Wow.
Sorry, y'all.
Don't worry. Probably it's that because when I set up the house, I put waters in the refrigerator and put the snacks in the table. And when you enter to the house, we have a little desk for use your computer and everything. So I put a little welcome card there, and I put the wine there.
Mm-hmm.
So probably that's why they take the wine.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, because the first guest, when I put the wine, they didn't touch it. But the next one, I set up again, and they take the wine. I was like, that's
So
good.
in your welcome cards, you put like, "Hey, Mariah, welcome." You put their names, so it's like individualized.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think we did that with our very, very first guest at the condo. We left her like a note.
Oh,
yeah, and he
tip.
left us a note back, and he's like, "Hey, by the way, the air conditioner's not working," which was cool though. He was so nice
Yeah.
about it. And then so that's a disaster story. We had our condo, like the air conditioner broke our first guest, and it was crazy because we bought the condo, and I guess we didn't check into the air conditioning. I don't know, so we had to get like something. I forgot what happened, but
Yeah, we got it.
setbacks happen in Airbnb.
Yeah. Here's a tip on those cards, right? Okay, you think, well, I'm at Walmart or Target. I'll just pick some of those 99-cent cards up, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You could do that. That's fine. But if you go to the Dollar Tree, they got like I guess backstocked Hallmark cards, like nice ones, and they sell those for $1 too, because it's the Dollar Tree, right? So you can get you some nice cards, buy like nine of them at a time or whatever. You have them ready to go, and she has them at the house, and because she's the one that came with the idea to have that lock that cupboard that we put a lock on it, so we already have supplies in there. So whenever she does the cleaning, she just unlocks it, takes the new supplies out, puts those in, and it's ready to go. She don't have to go to the store every time. Has the cards ready, writes the little, thank you for renting, and boom, boom, boom.
We should do that. Because, I mean, we upgraded to, like, the guest book and the,
Business cards.
Business cards and the guidebook.
Guidebook.
We should do that.
Well, the only thing is, I mean, that's great. I want to, but if our cleaner, if she can get, if she'll do it, because we had to outsourced our cleaning, just for like on weekdays when we can't go in and clean. We have our neighbor. She comes over and she has a code, and she comes in and she cleans the rooms while taking care of 2 babies.
Oh,
so
wow.
she probably feels your pain.
Yeah.
Our son and our neighbor kid.
Also-
she keeps them both.
You can have them,
And
all
then
the cards
cleans.
written out, and then just
Like,
where
can
the
we set
name
this on
is,
the-
and then she could just put the name on there.
Yeah, because that's a better chance of getting a 5-star review.
We've actually truly turned our house into purely passive. The only time we ever clean it is if we want to on the weekends.
Yeah, because it's ridiculous to have someone come over. Because that's
$60 in our pocket.
Yeah.
All
I'd
right.
rather clean it myself. I don't like this.
So anything you hate no think of stuff? Airbnb you don't like?
Well, okay. The cleaning is part of the Airbnb, but the thing that I hate is they spill coffee always
Really?
in front to the refrigerator.
Hmm.
And I found coffee in the hallway, like almost in the room, and in the other area when you enter to the house, and in the big living room. Okay, I know it's part of that, but I had that every time I find,
Every time.
yeah, a big thing of spilled coffee.
Do you have a Keurig or a coffee pot?
It's coffee pot. But I think that they're serving the coffee and they moving, taking stuff, and they drop the coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's like they're running fast, okay.
Like running
They leave
fast
it.
down the hall
But-
with coffee,
but
hot
if-
coffee.
No, but if they need to go to somewhere and they're running fast, drinking their coffee, okay. But if they hanging out only in the house
Like, what's
and
the
they
problem?
spill it, if you are in a hotel or somewhere, Airbnb, we stay before in Airbnbs, and something like that happened, we take a little towel and we clean little fast. No, they left it like that, like 2-3 days, and
What
What
I
you
would
could-
suggest.
Oh,
What's your suggestion?
well, I was wondering, are you giving them like a coffee cup and then like a platter like that?
There's platters in there they can use.
What you
What
could
I
do
would-
is get a coffee thing to put it in, and they'll just pour their coffee in there.
And like a carafe, they call it, like it stores the coffee.
Yeah,
I was
And
going to
then-
say what we have
Oh,
are like
yeah.
hard plastic coffee cups with lids, and they're like
Yeah.
the kinds you can put in the like the dishwasher. But
Yeah.
they have they look like Starbucks coffee cups, but
Mhm.
they're plastic, so you can reuse them.
That's a good idea.
yeah.
But
and
they
if it-
might not use them anyway. But
Yeah.
it's an option.
But
It
if you
could work.
put the other ones up, they would, and then like you don't have to worry about them spilling coffee.
If it's really bothering you, that
yeah,
way.
if it's and plus that's kind of hard to clean up every time if it's coffee because coffee stains. So if it's every single time they're doing that, I would just change what they're drinking out of. If it's something with the top, because that's what most people drink coffee out of anyway. They walk around with the top sipping it, and
Yeah,
it keeps
yeah.
that clean.
I wish I could put a top on my dislike.
Oh, what's that?
I really hate. I'm not sure if y'all have dealt with this or any listeners who have Airbnbs have dealt with this. Is it just me or are people really, really hairy? Like, there's pubes everywhere. I don't get it. I mean, I don't even feel like I have that many pubes. I promise you, like, there's pubes everywhere, and you can wash stuff, and you still got to sit there and pick out the pubes. Like, what is going on?
I've never touched a pube
Because you
that's
don't
all
really
I'm
clean as much.
Me
You don't really
neither.
clean like I do. Do you see pubes everywhere? Or hair? Like, what's going on?
okay, probably hair.
What if they're short? You just assume they have
From the
short.
head.
How do you know where it's coming from?
No.
How do you know?
Okay, in the bathtub in the house, cleaning the house in the Airbnb. Thank God, no.
All right, so it's just our guess.
Probably.
Listeners,
because before
leave comments, call in, let me know, please. Are y'all
Yeah.
dealing with
we
pubes?
really don't. I don't know if we.
I
wanna
need to
hear
know
about your
this.
pube
Wow.
stories.
I had a little bad experience. It's not bad. It's normal in women. I'm sorry if,
Oh my
if
gosh.
something gross.
What's going on?
But they put the towel just like that in the trash can.
What, pads?
The pad. I'm like,
Oh, I haven't dealt with
yeah.
that.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Hell no. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. It's gross, but this is some like.
This is real life
ew.
experience.
Future
Yeah.
Airbnb hosts, be aware of the pubes and the unraveled pad.
I'm sorry, but it's the real thing.
Yeah, we're getting real.
Yeah. Okay. What the people who clean in the hotels do when some people is like that?
Oh, hotels. Honestly, you gotta have some
Okay.
real strong because hotels they get jacked up.
Some people with some
Oh yeah,
stomachs
they
on
get
'em.
jacked up. So those people.
Okay, I don't know if it's here. I never stay in a hotel here in the United States, but it's really different in Mexico, for sure.
Wow.
So y'all throw some hate. We're having fun here. This is a good episode.
Yeah.
Throw some hates for Airbnb.
Well, pubes.
Oh yeah, y'all been the
That's
pubes.
one.
Yes,
I-
pubes.
Our hates are low now because
I hate when people park in my parking spot. Like, what makes you think my driveway is for you to park in?
Well, that was the mistake. Yes,
That's happened a couple times.
But
Yes,
no, that was the mistake.
Yeah, people park in my driveway,
Who?
not just the mistakes. I don't want to say any names. Last time I got in trouble. I'm not saying nothing.
No. I'm saying like, are we talking? There's been no I'm saying. Well, yeah.
I hate when people park in my parking spot.
But
it happens.
The biggest one, like, hate. I mean, I don't have any right now because it's all like right now for us. We don't ever do anything.
I'm not saying it's all the time people park in my park, but it happens, and I hate when that happens.
And you vented before with kids jumping on the sofas and spills and
Yeah.
stuff like that. You know, that happens.
But ours, so far, it's become so passive. It's just like, I think if, like how Mahogany has more hates than me, it's because she does, like, if she decides to do a cleaning, I think you would have more hates, like you and Lupita, because you guys do more cleaning. Yeah. Me, I'm like,
Is the same with you?
But now that kind of segues us into
I guess, like, well, yeah, we could segue, but I have one more hate. I hate, so Myka handles a lot of the publishing our timeshares, so I hate that it takes him away from family time when he's on the computer.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
Yeah.
That's something I really hate. And he's like, you, Steve, and like looking at your phone and nothing's coming in. I'm like, dude, spend time with the family. Like, I know you're excited and want something to come in, but so that's a hate. I hate that it takes away family time sometimes.
Here's one thing, because y'all mentioned earlier about what one of y'all's loves was you meeting cool people, interesting people, making friends for life kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
We're not getting that same experience because we're not checking them in or checking them out.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's one thing we're missing out on the whole Airbnb experience. I don't know how we could incorporate that unless we did have like a tiny house out back and we could meet some guests that way.
Yeah.
But as far as right now, we're kind of missing out on that experience.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you
true.
kind of, because like even like had our guest Charles Hawkins on, he's away, but he says he keeps constant contact with the guest, and he said he's made some lifelong friends. Remember, he said he met a guy, and he's helping him get a duplex. So I think
I guess
it's
it
possible.
depends on your conversation. 'Cause
Yeah.
we met some people who were like, "Oh, you're like." Some people will give you their whole story, as y'all probably know. They'll be like, "Hey, we're coming to town for this," and they give you like a whole paragraph of what's going on in their life.
Yeah.
And in that moment, you could be like, "Oh, really? I have family from there," or "Hey, I'm from Oregon too."
Oh, yep.
And it's like, "Oh, really? Do you know so and so?" "Oh, yeah, I do." And then it's like you build those connections. But I feel you on. So if you all are out there doing Airbnb at your house, you'll probably have a different experience than doing it at a different property that you're not at.
Speaking of that, like how you just said, hey, like the lady who booked one of our timeshares, she's booking it in Indio, but she is from the town that I grew up in Vancouver, Washington. And she was like, and I was like, yeah, that's where I grew up. She's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. And we just started talking from there. And I was like, yeah, me and my wife grew up there, and we just, it's kind of like, I also look at where they're from. You might have a connection.
Yeah.
If you're just looking for relationships, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good way to do it.
So I'm off topic a little bit. We, my friend at work, Amanda, she was looking for her place in Destin the other day. I suggested Airbnb.
It was so nice.
Yeah, Destin's cool. I've been there twice. It's nice, and it's white sand beaches,
Mm-hmm.
and so she was looking for a place for her and her husband to go, And so I was like, I suggested Airbnb. She's like, wow. She found this one that was really nice on the beach. She's like, wow, those are great prices. I was like, it's only $20 a night here, $30 a night here, and this and that. And I was like, are you serious? That cheap? And she's like, yeah, look. And she showed me the place, and I was like, wait a minute. Scroll down to additional prices real quick. I'm just curious. And she's like, okay. And she scrolls down to additional prices, and she clicks on it, and it says cleaning fee, $155.
Wow. Now, question, was it a whole place?
It was it was a whole place.
That's still kind of ridiculous.
No, it was ridiculous. I never seen one that high.
You guys have it? Yeah, I see those all the time. For whole places?
$155.
Huh?
I'm
I've
like,
seen
what the
some
heck?
up to,
But-
like, the glamped out ones. I've seen them up to, like, $200-$300.
For a cleaning fee.
Yeah.
Dang,
If you ever go
I've
to-
never seen one that
I
high.
ain't gonna lie. It actually made me kind of consider maybe upping your price because, upping your cleaning fee because it's a little feature on there, like on Airbnb now. Like you can up your cleaning fee and then you can push that little button to show them that, hey, I hire professional cleaners.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice,
so like
nice.
I've seen up to like $300 for a cleaning fee, $100 for a security deposit.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but you could work your way up to that because you rent out your whole place.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, if you could like how you and Lupita are doing that, once you get like a bunch of reviews, you could start charging people $120 to clean.
Well, here's what came to mind when I saw it. It reminded me of back when everybody was trying to jump on eBay and try to sell stuff on eBay.
Yeah.
And they quickly figured out, oh, they're going to take a chunk of my profits if I sell it, but I can jack up the shipping rate and I get to keep all that shipping money,
Yeah.
And so I was thinking maybe they're trying to do the same thing. They're making their rates real low, but
Yeah.
they're making money because that whole $155 they get to keep, right?
Yeah.
Airbnb don't touch that.
Well, no.
Oh, theirs is combined? Airbnb's combined?
They combined the nightly rate with the...
Oh, okay. So they take 3% from the total.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that's what I tell people about Airbnb. The 3% ain't nothing.
It's not. No,
it's only
not
taking
bad.
like $20 at the
Right.
most.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Okay.
yeah, you could easily. I've seen cleaning fees like Peter Bayhoof. His cleaning fees kind of high.
Yeah.
His is pretty high. It's like $150, almost $200.
I think a treehouse would be hard to keep clean.
Yeah. So.
yeah, it's different.
Pest
Yeah.
control.
Oh yeah, good point. Like, because he said he had like an owl out there one time or something. But yeah,
Cool.
you could.
Plus, he can do that.
Yeah.
I would pay that. I would stay there.
So that
You could-
that hour long news segment called
what's
Love
the
or
segment?
Hate Airbnb.
Hate
I'm
it
just kidding.
Oh
No, hate
yeah,
it or
right. That
love
was a
it.
good segment.
Hate it
Yeah.
or love it.
Hate it or love it.
Instead of
Oh.
love it or hate it.
Hit us up with your hates and loves. We'd love to hear it.
Definitely.
We got another
Now.
good review. Okay.
We got the big thing that we've been everyone asks on bigger pockets: Airbnb or VRBO. After using VRBO, there are some flaws in it. There are some good things in it. So we had this guest book for the Kansas City Chiefs game, right? He booked. He comes in. And he finds out that we're going to be home the entire time during his stay.
He finds our
And he-
babysitter and our son while we were at an Airbnb meetup.
Yeah. And so he comes in and he starts texting Mahogany. He's like, hey, we thought that we got the whole house to ourselves. And we're like, nah.
I'm like, why
if
did you think that?
Yeah. We found out. We're like, well, how did he think that? So he goes, no, when I called VRBO, they said you weren't going to be home, right? So I'm like,
Mike is like,
You
this
called-
guy is full of it. He
Yeah.
didn't call VRBO.
yeah. I'm like, this dude's full of it. I'm like, how's he called? So we found out VRBO, this is why older people like VRBO. You can call VRBO, tell them, find me this type of place. VRBO gets on their platform, finds them the place. Now, VRBO made the mistake because they went on there and they're like, oh, yeah, we did see that in your listing that you'd be home. So the guy ended up leaving. He asked for a refund through VRBO. VRBO had to put him in a hotel for the night, him and his crew, whatever. But we ended up getting paid out, whatever. But that was just kind of weird to me that they made that huge mistake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I didn't know they had that feature, and I'm like, maybe Airbnb knew, like, hey, let's stay out of the booking process. Like, you just go find the place so we can put it on you as the guest. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
as
yeah.
the host.
Yeah,
Or the guest.
No, the guest. Because
Yeah.
like if you read and they're listening, hey, they're gonna be home, and you make the mistake of booking it. Hey, it ain't on me, it's on you. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
So VRBO had to pay got to pay the cost to be the boss. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
But this is the other good thing about VRBO. On the flip side, it's easier to get in touch with them if something goes wrong. They have a
Nice.
hotline.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, what I noticed about VRBO, remember how we were talking about Airbnb discrimination?
Uh-huh.
VRBO makes it so the guest has the power of discrimination instead of the host. Because you can't see anything about the guest, but the guest can see everything about you.
Oh, nice.
And I thought about them like, they kind of both have their ups and downs, and then of
Yeah.
course VRBO has a high tax fee or whatever. But I mean, you can cancel it out by putting your place at a really high rate. But also, we've been getting way more bookings through VRBO than Airbnb.
Really?
Yeah,
More than Airbnb?
yeah,
Lately.
yeah. The VRBO, because people like, okay, how Ryan said Airbnb's last minute, it really is. VRBO, if you have people have already booked for the next football game with VRBO. Like they booked a nice little chunk of change today. I'm like, dang, well, because Mahogany's like, seems like it's been slow at the house. But I'm like, it's because all the days like are blocked because VRBO, you know? So I've noticed that about VRBO. The people are willing to pay high-ass rates for a place. So if you're not on there, definitely get on it. Cause
I'm on it, but I haven't really dove into it too much.
Oh, yeah, man. It's
Take
worth
your time. I know you got a lot. Just
yeah,
soak in.
too much. Yeah, exactly.
Check it out. We got paid $500-something and didn't have to do jack. Yeah,
because of their mistake, but they did fix it. I did like the fact that our guests, who didn't mean to stay at a house with hosts, they were able to call VRBO real quick, and they like got them a hotel to stay in for the night, which is cool.
And they paid you, which it doesn't sound like Airbnb would be too fast. To
Heck
do
no.
that.
You know, Airbnb would have been like, we'll call you in 3 days. This person, you know, you'll have what do they call it?
7 days to discuss. They can discuss with the guest or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
they love the
VRBO,
host side.
yeah,
I mean, the
VRBO
guest side.
definitely crushes Airbnb on the customer
service.
Yeah, they crush them on that.
So you had a guest that wanted it at 91 degrees, or what they wanted real hot in the house.
This guy was going to Phoenix, Arizona, and his biggest question was, it was going to be 91 degrees. Do you have anything in your house to keep us warm, such as a fireplace? I'm like, you want a fireplace in the middle of the desert? He goes, oh, but then he explained why. He's like, oh, I'm from such and such. 91 degrees ain't that hot to me. And I'm like, dang. But he was from somewhere overseas, and he wanted a fireplace in 91-degree weather.
Jeez.
I'm like, what the hell was that? But, hey, that's what he wanted.
What is this bad part about
Customers
only communicating through the app? You forget to add previous guests' contact details.
Yeah, that's kind of the Al Williamson thing, pushing Airbnb out of the mix for, like, future guests. You don't get that contact information with them.
But when you hit call or message, did you have their phone number right then and there?
Yeah, but you have to take it down. As soon as the trip's over, it's gone.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Go back to your other guest. That's wiped.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I need to
they
take
wipe
it down. It's good. I learned something new.
Yeah, they wipe it. So what you could do is you keep texting them. And then I was like, yeah, okay. But like for future use, if they ever want to hit you up and be like, hey, I can give you a spot. Because me and Mahogany this weekend, we actually opened up our Artist Vacations PayPal account. So we can start moving to that direction.
Yeah.
You know, so.
That's smart. Yeah. Airbnb is a starting point, and then you grow it from there, right?
Yeah, exactly what it is, man.
Cool. Man, we're humming along, dude. This is a good... We already had... Yeah, what were you going to say?
Speaking of how you were saying you're always looking at your phone, I found a new little virtual assistant that works with Airbnb for, like, answering all your requests or whatever. It's called ccmyadmin.com. I haven't looked into it, but a guy told me about it. He goes, CC my admin, they'll handle everything for you. He said it's a virtual assistant, and they work really tough with Airbnb.
And how much do they charge? You don't know?
That I haven't looked into it. I'm going to get online tonight and check them out.
Yeah. We're still in the hustle phase, but I definitely see that in the future, you know.
Yeah, because you start to see Airbnb isn't passive income, but you flip it unless you outsource it, which at our house, it's now truly passive income. Only time we go up there and touch anything is if we want to and save money, you know.
So why does the new Airbnb layout suck?
Oh, yeah, it does suck. Like, you have to click around for the transaction history. You can't find it. You got to click around for the reservations, see who's coming so you can send the messages out. You have to go through the transaction history to get to the... It's just like, man, this thing sucks. So hopefully they fix that soon.
It's all I know right now. So, I started with it, so I guess...
Oh, no, they updated it.
They just updated it?
Yeah, they updated it.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, they updated it. Yeah, it's different.
Okay, and a topic I had, you know.
Go ahead.
It's kind of funny. Old grumps at work spending their whole lives doing a job they hate. Grumpy AF. So...
Yeah, go into that.
and it's funny because the other day, you know, I was over there at work and I just saw this old dude like snapping off about, I don't know, he was just miserable about people people they're not working, they're not doing the work, and this and that. He's just like a grumpy as hell dude, you know, just miserable. He's probably a lonely guy too, whatever. I give him the benefit of the doubt. But I'm just like, they've been doing this job all their lives that they hate, and they want to just they want nothing more than to everybody else be miserable too.
Yep.
Heaven forbid you have fun at work a little bit, and then they just people should just work, and it's like, God, if you're just this miserable, why are you here? And you're way old already. And I'm making fun of people like that now. But what the hell, if I get stuck at a job that I hate all my life, who knows if I'd be that way? And I'm like, thank God that I'm trying to build. That's what a lot of people don't understand. They're like, oh, why are you taking on these houses? Why are you taking on this stuff, you know? And I was like, because I have a plan. I have a roadmap out of here, you know? You can keep going by your fancy sports cars. You know, there's people that are buying these ridiculous sports cars right now, or like luxury cars, you know, stuff that they don't need. They're getting their McMansions right now and spending all this money on new stuff. They're always the new stuff. They always have the newest, you know, cell phone. And like, y'all can go do that all day long. That's fine. I ain't judging you, you know. Yeah. But I got a roadmap out of here, and I see something in the future, and I don't see myself being stuck here all my life to pay for all this crap that in a year it's not going to be worth anything anyways.
Yeah.
And I feel that. I do. But I'm also the type of person who I'm sure we all do like nice things.
Yeah.
But for example, my iPhone 6S, I know I've deleted so many pictures off of my phone, and I still feel like every time I open an app, it's closing on me. I want my things to function. I don't mind paying $30 a month for another phone. I know this one's almost paid off. But at the same time, I want my stuff to work. I know that I could do my nails myself, but I know it's not going to look that good. So I do go get the gel nails done on my real nails, you know.
Yeah.
So, and I do like to do that kind of stuff. So I'm like, do I just do that stuff later in life and right now suffer through it? And then later, you know, have the enjoyables. Right, but I don't know if I'm just... I'm not going to say spoiled, but you know? I like nice things.
Because I worked with a buddy the other day, and his whole obsession was to get this car. He was chasing after this one car that the dealerships couldn't keep. He wanted to go buy it. He was willing to pay cash for it. He willing to pay like $25,000 cash that they had saved up for this freaking car. I'm like, and he even said, I know cars are a bad investment. Why are you doing it, man? Why are you gonna go drop $25,000 on? You can buy a dang house with that $25,000. That's what I thought in my head. But he wanted to buy this car. It just got into his head, you know. And if you think about it, you look at these commercials that are pumped into our brains all day. Buy this, buy this, buy this, buy, and then you'd wonder, man, I got the itch to buy a car, you know. And it's just like, but it was just driving him, like. And I thought, well, that's how I get driven when I find a property I want to get, you know. And then every now and then I asked Lupita, you know, maybe I should get a new car, maybe I should get this and that. What do you tell me? What do you say?
You need to buy assets, not liabilities.
To buy assets, don't buy liabilities.
And that's what I was trying to...
She puts me in my place, so that's good.
Yeah, true. I feel like buying a new iPhone would be an asset because we're paying $50 for my business, $50 for the photographer to come out to take pictures of my clients' places. But the iPhone 8s, I saw those pictures. Those are like professional photos, so that can be an asset. So I try to like squeeze it in, new phone, business expense.
Exactly. That's really good because if you use it for your business and you use it for your apps is for your business, it's gonna be a good investment. No, like I saw 15, 16-year-old girls with her big 8 cell phone, only for pictures and only
Selfies.
For Snapchat.
Yeah, true. Because I just tried to open several apps while sitting here.
Using you guys at the moment to convince me to let her get a new iPhone, which she doesn't really need.
I do need. What do you mean?
The reason why her phone doesn't work is because she used it as a iCamera instead of as an iPhone.
They should make iCameras.
Right.
But that's not why. But keep going.
Get you a nice DSLR camera for cheaper than that, right?
I need a phone.
Professional camera.
Now my phone's not
$500.
working as a phone.
Yeah. Oh, anyways. A lot of great topics. We got to sum it up. We're running over a little bit, but it was great to have the wives on. Give it up for the wives. Yeah.
Yes.
And so now y'all know who steers our ships. Me and Myka's ship,
Yeah.
So this is what we do it for. We love to please our wives and make them happy. And I think that's
You hear that?
it's
Make
the best
'em
way.
happy.
It's the best way to do it.
Verizon store tomorrow. Wink, wink.
Verizon on the
I'm
horizon.
about to make my bank account happy, and Verizon can stay where they are. Not joking.
Wow. Yeah, he's totally kidding. I'm getting a phone this weekend.
Just get her a Galaxy.
No. Well, actually, maybe.
Galaxy Edge.
So which we may need to go the iPhone X route.
We might need to black this out. We're just talking.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. People.
Oh, but our Live Let Thrive fan page is up. Definitely join up. Hit us up. Talking there. Hit us up 469-300-9100. We've actually been getting a few guests calling in, asking questions.
Cool.
We definitely love that.
Yeah.
Where else?
Last minute thing. I had my first paid consultation, setting up an Airbnb for a lady. So that's going well. I've been doing it pro bono for a while, and so have my first paid customer, and her whole listing should be up by this weekend, and it seems like a great place. So
Yeah.
we'll come to you guys soon with where that's at, so you can go check that out.
Awesome. We will.
Definitely.
Well, cool. Thanks everybody for listening. This was a fun show. Myka, Mahogany, Lupita, Steve. We're out. Peace out. Bye. Goodbye. See you later.
Thank you. Sorry for the raunchy episode.
By the way, leave us a review on iTunes.
Please.
5-star.
5 stars, baby.
You know how we feel about 4 stars.
4
so.
stars.
Right.
Might as well leave us a 0 star.
Over and out.
See y'all later. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Live, Let, Thrive. Be sure to tune in next week for all the latest in the world of Airbnb and all that entails. Bye-bye.